Today's vlog is going to be about responsible production and consumption. I will go over the topic of water, food, and energy, and some facts and some goals about this problem. Okay, so sustainable consumption and production is about promoting resource and energy efficiency, sustainable infrastructure, and providing access to basic services, green and decent jobs, and a better quality of life for all. Its implementation helps to achieve overall development plans, reduce future economic, environmental, and social costs, strengthen economic competitiveness, and reduce poverty. So, at the current time, material consumption of natural resources is increasing, particularly within Eastern Asia. Countries are also continuing to address challenges regarding air, water, and soil pollution. Since sustainable consumption and production aims at doing more and better with less, net welfare gains from economic activities can increase by reducing resources use, degradation, and pollution along the whole life cycle, while increasing quality of life. There also needs to be a significant focus of operating on supply chain, involving everyone from producer to final consumer. This includes educating consumers on sustainable consumption and lifestyles, providing them with adequate information through standards and labels, and engaging in sustainable public procurement, among others. I'm going to say one goal that we want to achieve. So, should the global population reach 9.6 billion by 2050, the equivalent of almost 3 planets could be required to provide the natural resources needed to sustain our current lifestyle. It's pretty crazy. So now I'm going to talk about water and its facts. So, less than 3% of the world's water is fresh, drinkable, of which 2.5% is frozen in the Antarctica, Arctic, and glaciers. Humanity must therefore rely on 0.5% of all of man's ecosystems and fresh water needs. Humankind is polluting water in rivers and lakes faster than nature can recycle and purify. Think about that. More than 1 billion people still do not have access to fresh water. So now I'm going to talk about energy. If people worldwide switched to energy efficient light bulbs, the world would save $120 billion annually. Despite technological advances that have promoted energy efficiency gains, energy use in OECD countries will continue to grow another 35% by 2020. Commercial and residential energy use is second most rapidly growing area of global energy use after transport. Households consume 29% of global energy and consequently contribute to 21% of resultant CO2 emissions. So now we'll be talking about food. Each year, an estimated of 1/3 of all food produced, equivalent to 1.3 billion tons worth around $1 trillion, ends up rotting in the bins of consumers and retailers. 2 billion people globally are overweight or obese. Land degradation, declining soil fertility, unsustainable water use, overfishing, and marine environment degradation are all lessening the ability of the nature resource base to supply food. The food sector accounts for around 30% of the world's total energy consumption and accounts for 22% of the total greenhouse gas emissions. So by 2020, achieve the environmentally sound management of chemicals of all waste throughout the life cycle in accordance with agreed international frameworks and significantly reduce the release to air, water, and soil in order to minimize their adverse impacts on human health and the environment. And by 2030, we want to substantially reduce waste generation through prevention, reduction, recycling, and reuse. 2030, ensure that people everywhere have the relevant information and awareness for sustainable development and lifestyle in harmony with nature. Thank you! Hopefully all this information has opened your eyes and made you realize how important this problem is and how fast we need to solve this issue.